Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sisters Enterprise 21st Annual Random Act of Kindness virtual program.
This year's theme is Kindness in Action.
My name is Brian Swanson.
And I'm Dr. Michelle Moroz.
We are the co-hosts of Denim and Pearls podcast.
Yes, and we have the honor of being the MCs for this event. As the great Charles Devlin said, every day, thousands of unsung heroes bring caring and compassion to the lives of millions. Their names will never be featured in headlines, but our world would be a much darker place without them.
And we are bringing those amazing people to you today. And we know you'll leave here inspired.
Yes, enjoy the show.
Upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly over the rainbow. Why, then why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I?
Those who know Betty A. Reynolds Funderburk will confirm that she seldom meets a stranger, always gravitates to the little, forgotten person, never expects anything in return for her love outreach, always shares compassionate love with others in an active and powerful way, and strives to be a caring friend by reflecting passionate leadership, generosity, and kindness. Born the seventh of 9 children to the late James and Eleanor Reynolds of Kansas City, Missouri, Betty was born on September 15th, her late father's birthday, and is blessed to have 2 sons, 2 grandsons, and 2 great-grandsons. Coming from a family of 9 children, Betty learned early about the value of sharing and is known throughout the community for her unselfish giving. Because her parents were smart entrepreneurs, the extraordinary citizen smartly copied her compassionate ways by becoming an active member of her Colorado Rocky Mountain community by helping those in need, no matter how big or small. As co-founder of Sisters Enterprise, this caring racktivist encourages others to engage in random acts of kindness wherever they go. Without a doubt, Betty's endless work with physically and mentally challenged adults has helped to mold her into the caring professional that she is today. Betty's reputation as a selfless, caring community servant, humanitarian, and public speaker has caused her to earn numerous awards and accolades. Says Betty, "If I can help somebody, then my living will not be in vain."
Greetings, Sisters Enterprise friends and family. My name is Betty Funderburk, and I'm the founder of Sisters Enterprise Random Acts of Kindness nonprofit. For the life of me, I never imagined in my wildest dreams that our Sisters Enterprise Random Acts of Kindness 501c3 nonprofit would still be turning and thriving after 21 years of random acts of kindness. And service to you, fellow Coloradoans, not expecting a penny of compensation in return. As children growing up in Kansas City, Missouri, my sister Eleanor and I always knew that we wanted to make a difference in the world by reaching out and being a help to others. In our quest to continue doing what our Sisters Enterprise nonprofit doers do all the time, we do this year round. I pray that all of you will consider performing random acts of kindness because it's a nice and necessary thing to do. Did you know that our Sisters Enterprise has taken a plethora of community projects, started them such as this: centenarian recognition, youth literacy book writing project, free CPR training, toy giveaway, community network sponsorship, utility and aid referrals, and free wedding sponsorships. As we continue saluting our random acts of kindness, ambassadors throughout the Colorado area.
Les Franklin, founder and board chair of the Shaka Franklin Foundation for Youth, established in 1990, has accrued over 25 years of experience based on his dedication, leadership, and achievement in philanthropy. Franklin's foundation emerged following the tragic loss of his son, Shaka Franklin, to suicide. Driven by a passion to combat the increasing rates of youth suicide, he uses this platform to offer educational support, awareness programs, and endow scholarships at various universities. One of the most defining moments in Mr. Franklin's career was the establishment and growth of the Shaka Franklin Foundation, which provides critical support and educational initiatives for youth facing mental health challenges. Before establishing the foundation, Mr. Franklin worked as an executive at IBM for over 26 years and served as an honorable veteran in the United States Air Force. His proven commitment to community service extends to his involvement on numerous boards of banking institutions, hospitals, and organizations like AmeriCorps and the Civil Service Commission. Beyond his professional accomplishments, Franklin authored Love Less, a book chronicling his life's challenges and triumphs. Throughout his career, he has been honored with numerous awards based on his firm commitment to helping youth and others through his foundation's community strengthening programs. Some of his distinguished awards include recognition by the FBI and induction into his high school and college's Hall of Fame for sports and community service. As a passionate visionary, Mr. Franklin aspires to support more youth development programs. Today, Les Franklin's tried and true commitment to give back to his beloved Colorado community and its neighbors far and wide continues to be his primary focus.
Hi, my name is Les Franklin, and I want to tell you about a few random acts of kindness and some acts where people have just been thoughtful and helpful. And I get this from my grandmother, and I was a young man, and basically I was a roommate till I was in 7th grade. My grandmother said, "Sonny boy, treat people like you want to be treated." She said, "Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you." And I've always tried to live by that golden rule. And one of the things that happened to me years ago, I was at King Soopers, and I was at the drugstore department, and there was an elderly lady there that was about half as tall as me, and she was backing away from the drugstore, and I said, "What's the matter, ma'am?" And she didn't say anything, and then the drugstore manager or the gentleman behind the counter said, "Well, I've got her medicine here, but it's over $300, and she just can't afford to pay for it." So I gave my credit card and I paid for it. She backed up and just looked at me. She never said thank you, never said anything, but I think she was just amazed that here's some black guy walking up and helping her out so she could get her medicine, which is medicine that hopefully saved her life. And then I was going down to the candy store, and I bought some candy for myself at Instrum's in Cherry Creek, and then I said, I'm going to buy some candy for some people that probably would not expect it. And so I bought candy for District 3 Police Department and for the fire department over near my home. And I took it in, and policeman came out, and I said, I've got some candy for you. And I said, I just want to do something for somebody where you probably wouldn't believe that a man or someone that looks like me, different from you. And I put my arms around the officer's shoulder who came up from behind the counter. And I said, I bought you guys some candy. And I've been doing that now twice a year to both the police department in District 3 and over on Yosemite to the fire department. And I've made some friends over there. And recently, one of the firemen, the lieutenant, he came over here and the fire truck pulled up in front of the house, and the whole crew came out, and they came into the house, and I toured them around the house, and Justin Perry was the lieutenant. And Mr. Perry, he and his wife ultimately came back and brought their 4 children, and they brought dinner, fixed dinner there at the house. Then after we ate, they cleaned up everything, and I've been close friends with them ever since. And when I hear from Justin, he always says, I love you. I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy watching the shock on folks' face when we got $1,200, and I cashed it over at the bank and got 12 $100 bills. And I was down on Broadway at Car Toys, and there was a line of men and one woman in the line, and I went in, and I was at the front because I was hobbling. I had been there before anyone got there, so I was able to go in first. I walked up to the counter. I looked around behind me. There was about 8 or 9 men in line and the one lady, and I turned around, and I had 12 $100 bills in my hand, like those $100 bills. And I went down the line, and I gave each one of the people in that line a $100 bill. The gentleman, who was a black gentleman behind the counter, he was the only black person in there, the management, he wasn't allowed to accept it. So he came outside, and I gave the black gentleman his $100 bill. You know, it's been a difficult life, but if I didn't have all the beautiful thoughts of my mother and my grandmother and the 3 ladies that were basically the ones that raised me, I never had a father in my life. I met my father when I was 13 years old, and it was his sister that took me out to see him. And my father was a concert pianist at 19, a brilliant young man, but he married my mother when she was only 17 years old, and he was only 19 years old at the time. And so being with the ladies that I was with in my life, especially my grandmother, she talked to me about a lot of things, about being a decent young man and about not giving up on anything that I was thinking about doing, even at a young age, that there was always someone out there that you could find that would be a decent person and be there for you. And I found that not only with teachers who helped me, principals who talked to me when I was in those angry moods like some of us get when we're upset as a child, but there's always someone out there for you. And I found that in my life, that there are people that care. And I just gave a small example of some people that cared about me and then helped me, and I was a stranger to them. And walking up to buildings now, I find this cap I have on now, Air Force cap, it tells people that I'm a veteran. And there are people that open the doors for me all the time. Every ethnic group, you know, white men, white women, black men, black women, children even open doors. And then so they've learned that when someone has given up their life and to do something special for others, that here's a small way that we can repay the favor and pulling that door open and saying thank you. I try to do the same thing, even though I have my cane. I try to hold the door open always when my wife is with me. I tell her, wait a minute, I have a cane and I've got a bad back injury, but I still have manners, and those came from learning from my grandmother. And so young people are out there that are struggling, young people who have been adopted, and maybe their parents were young and couldn't raise them like my parents basically couldn't raise me. My mother was always gone because she was a singer and she traveled. She sang with Lionel Hampton and T-Bone Walker. And so I was always passed around to her brothers and sisters. And there were six of them, four brothers and two other sisters. So, don't give up on life. I fight every day, and most of you that know me know that my youngest son took his life at 16. 10 years later, his brother, who was at Morehouse College, and took him 10 years to finish 3 classes. And as soon as he finished, he took his life. And I think about that every single day. I cry all the time. And, you say, how can a big old 6'4" black dude like you start crying? Well, I cry because it hurts. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how big you are. It just matters that you know that someone cares. And if you can't find someone that cares about you, I can guarantee you I care. And so I want you to know that there's always someone out there that'll be thinking about you and trying to help you in your moments of crisis. And I found that over and over and over again over the last 35 years. And so young people, no matter what, just take a look around. There's always somebody out there that will be there for you and give you hope. And that's what I have now is hope. And it's tough. And it's tough for all of us. Might be tough for you, but you can weather that storm because you know now, if you didn't know, you know now from me, that there are people out there that you may not know who they are, and you may not even see them, but I can guarantee you they see you.
Games and card games. She has one sibling, now deceased. Drew enjoys mentoring, volunteering, watching Colorado Avalanche games, and loves learning about history and neuroscience. She is a nonprofit executive and is affiliated with BNI, the Southern Metro Denver Chamber, Bullying Forum, and the Colorado Nonprofit Association. Drew works with anti-bullying and charity assistance. Her hero is Michelle Obama. Drew's favorite quote is, "Not all who wander are lost." Drew says that what motivates her to help others is that it's a way she can give back for all the help others have provided for her and her family. She says that random acts of kindness positively changes lives, attitudes, and environments for all involved, the doer, the recipient, and the witnesses. The greatest gift she has received is a supportive, loving fellowship that guided her into a life of sobriety. The most recent random act of kindness she has done is to research and provide potential resources for a parent in her network by helping them through a challenging time.
Hi there. My name is Drew Alborg, and I am a nominee for the Sisters Enterprise Random Acts of Kindness Award. I'm thrilled and honored. Thank you so much. I'm going to tell you just a snippet about me. I am a nonprofit leader in the Denver area, and actually our nonprofit works across the state. It's called Bullying Recovery Resource Center. We are dedicated to providing the resources, education, and advocacy needed to stop bullying and stem the long-term impacts bullying has on its targets. Since 2017, we've been hard at work helping families across the state of Colorado. In fact, we've helped over 600 families with our advocacy services. I came into this profession out of need. My husband and I saw a need for resources for families where a child is being bullied and the school's not responding correctly or at all. We were that family, and we made a lot of mistakes and we did a lot of things, and I can tell you the good news is all these years later, my son's a college graduate, heading off to his first professional job, and has done a lot of recovery. And I truly believe that that's because we took up the fight, and as well as we learned what needed to happen. And that's what we pass on to the families we work with. We do advocacy work, we do education, and we do a lot of work in the community where we get to meet families. We get to meet with professionals that work with families who are autistic, that have LGBTQ plus kids, that are neurodiverse, that are maybe diverse in their particular community. So we actually do a lot of work reaching out, making sure that we can help those families across the state. So once again, thrilled to be here and talk a little bit about the charity and myself. And I thank you. Thanks for listening.
Dr. Jasper Armstrong, best-selling author and education expert, is an in-demand speaker and national trainer. As a Director of Leadership Development and Student Support for the Cherry Creek School District, Dr. Armstrong also oversees their Summer Leadership Academy. His straightforward style, passion, and professionalism have earned respect from his colleagues and community. Community engagement and teaching are important principles to Dr. Armstrong, in addition to his dedication to the empowerment and achievement of underserved and underprivileged youth. Dr. Armstrong has spoken at various venues across the country. He represents his own research at conferences and universities across the state and nation. He is a certified national trainer for the Center for Teacher Effectiveness, where he teaches conflict is inevitable, but combat is optional. As a highly respected award-winning speaker in the Toastmasters International Organization, Dr. Armstrong gives power-packed speeches in the Rocky Mountain region. His message of hope and authenticity and self-determination has inspired many people. Born and raised in Aurora, Colorado, Dr. Armstrong received his early education in Cherry Creek School District. He received an undergraduate degree in Africana Studies, multicultural education, with emphasis on special education at the University of Northern Colorado. Master's of Arts degree in Curriculum and Instruction at Colorado Christian University, and a doctorate in Educational Leadership and Policy Studies at Loyola University, Chicago. This father of five is married to his beautiful wife, Lindsay, as a thankful and truly blessed educator, minister, and friend. Dr. Armstrong embraces random acts of kindness in his home, work, and private life. Dr. Armstrong encourages his students, family, and friends to keep looking up, because that's the secret to life.
Good day, everybody. Dr. Jasper Armstrong III here. Just sending quick shout outs to Sisters Enterprise, Betty and Eleanor. Thank you so very much for your consideration for this Random Acts of Kindness Award. I am so thrilled to be a part of this amazing, vibrant community. I am, as a father, as an educator, as a coach in the community, I'm just so thrilled to have an opportunity to share my message with you and a little bit about myself. Born and raised right here in Aurora, Colorado, right? And grew up always wanting to be a servant, right? That's why I became a teacher and a coach, right? Just want to be inspiring like the people who inspired me to be here. I think it's so important that we share our message and that we share it from a place of authenticity and truth that really allows us to be part and parcel of the communities that we serve, the families that we live in, and really making that positive impact for the community at large. And so big shout outs to Sisters Enterprise and all the amazing work that you guys are doing. I'm so thrilled to be a part of this village, to be a son of this village, right? To be an educator in your village. And so thank you for all that you do. May God continue to bless you and keep you and smile upon you is my prayer. Thank you again.
Nikki Brooker and her partner Corey have 3 children, Alexis, Isabella, and Theodore. They also have a golden doodle, Brady. She has 3 siblings and is originally from northern Michigan, but now calls Colorado home. Nikki Brooker is the founder, CEO of Yana M2M, You Are Not Alone, Mom to Mom, a nonprofit dedicated to providing peer support to postpartum families, which she created in April of 2017, after 2 local moms took their lives along with the lives of their children. Yana has many support programs to change the world one mama at a time. Nikki's hero is a friend named Steve Locks. Steve cliff dove one too many times and ended up a quadriplegic. This didn't change who he was or what he could do. He has always lived his life with no limits and is by far one of the most amazing people she has ever known. In addition to leading Yana M2M, Nikki is a trained Colorado peer and family specialist committed to best practices in mental health and family well-being. Nikki believes we need goodness in the world or we will all drown in negativity. If she is down, she picks herself up and finds something positive from that experience. We can learn from every experience we have. We can grow. We never want to become stagnant. So surround yourself with positive people who live to the fullest, love in the highest manner, and who can care about the world around them. She believes we need more kindness and more intentional goodness just for the sake of being good.
Hello, and thank you for this honor. I greatly appreciate the honor of being selected as a Random Act of Kindness Community Award winner. The Sisters Enterprise is honoring me with this, and I just want to say thank you so much. The Random Acts of Kindness is a huge deal in our nonprofit. We're all about ensuring that no mom ever feels alone or that they're not enough. We are tasked with improving maternal mental health, which then improves family health, which includes infant health, which includes marriage health, family health, society health. And we were created after 2 tragedies of 2 moms who took their lives and the lives of their kids in our community back in 2016 and 2017. And we decided we need to do better. We have got to support moms better. So we are doing better. We are supporting moms. We are making generational mental health change by supporting the people who create the people. That is what we're tasked with doing. A lot of our work is volunteer and volunteer based, and we use a lot of volunteers for a lot of different things. And we just know that the more we uplift each other, the better off we'll all be. The ripple effect of positive can be even more substantial and more impactful than the ripple of negative. So here we are trying to build positive change in the world by making sure all moms feel safe, valued, and accepted. So thank you so much for this award. We greatly appreciate it, and I feel very honored.
Tracy Brumette and William, her husband of 34 years, have 21-year-old twin daughters, Grace and Zoe. Her hobbies are cooking, gardening, craft art, cycling, walking, hiking, dancing, concerts, paddleboarding, dinners with friends, and volunteering. She's a very busy individual. She is a third-generation Oregonian, but has lived in Colorado for 31 years. She received her bachelor's degree from the University of Oregon, where she met her husband. She is affiliated with the Cafe 180, Jelly's Community Fridge Project, and Metro Caring. Tracy is director and lead curator of Joy for ZAG Projects, a nonprofit organization that curates moments of joy where people feel seen and celebrated. They focus on those who are the least seen and celebrated and those who experience the most loneliness and isolation, youth and seniors. Tracy says, I am a seasoned nonprofit leader and wellness advocate with over 30 years of fostering community connection, inclusion, and joy. I seek to be a joyful force for good, and I'm motivated by a deep belief that everyone deserves to feel seen, valued, and connected. Small acts of kindness can transform not only someone's day, but their sense of worth and belonging. One small random act of kindness can brighten someone's entire day and remind them they matter. They uplift mental health, ease loneliness, and create a chain reaction of goodwill that reaches far beyond the moment. A simple way to pay it forward is to turn a moment of generosity you've received into a new act of kindness for someone else.
Hi, my name is Tracy Brumette, and I'm so honored to be recognized by Sisters Enterprise for the Random Acts of Kindness Raktivist Awards. I'm humbled by this, and it made me really reflect on my life and the work I've done, and I'm so appreciative for this acknowledgement. I have been really practicing random acts of kindness my entire life because my mother was a social worker and a single mom who cared about others and helped us to know and practice that you can make a big impact without spending a lot of money and with simple acts, whether it was smiling at a stranger, holding a door, or complimenting someone on something you saw, whether you like their dress or their hat or their hair, and just watch it change their day. This was helpful for me because I was new every single year from 3rd grade to 9th grade. We moved around a lot. And I knew what it was like to be alone. I knew what it was like to feel isolated and lonely and to maybe not have friends all the time. It opened my heart. It made me sensitive to others, and it made me realize that simple acts can make a big difference. And I noticed how that would impact me when someone reached out to me and made my day, and it made me want to create that ripple effect as well. This also has influenced my career. I've been in the nonprofit space for over 30 years, helping seniors, teens, and others, the unhoused, those experiencing food insecurity, always with the lens of how can we make someone's life a little brighter and a little better, maybe with the most simple of acts. The work I'm doing today with the ZAG Project is about creating this ripple and really seeing and celebrating those that are the least seen and the least celebrated in our culture. Maybe that's seniors, people on the front line, those who, again, are unhoused, and really doing this with joyful surprises and helping them to feel part of our community, helping them, reminding them that they matter. No matter what their life circumstances, no matter who they are, they matter in this world and they belong in our community. So I am so grateful to Sisters Enterprise for shining a light on the power of kindness and really taking the acts of kindness and these gestures to another level by creating this acknowledgement. Thank you so much, and I appreciate all that you're doing, Sisters Enterprise, to make the world a kinder place. Thank you.
Born on September 29, 2019, Isaac is a joyful 5-year-old boy and the only son of his proud mommy, Sinice Dixon. He loves Jesus and enjoys singing his favorite song, We Gon' Be Alright, by Ty Tribbett. Isaac has been laughing since he's been just 4 months old and brings joy to everyone around him. From a young age, Isaac has shown a big heart. One day, his teacher called his mom not because something was wrong, but to share a sweet story. A young girl at school needed help, and Isaac kindly helped her onto the slide, held the door for her, and gently helped her up when she fell. One day, when he saw his mom crying, he gently rubbed her back and said, "It's done, Mommy," showing wisdom and love beyond his years. Isaac is part of the Colorado Community Church, Hope City Church, and Mississippi Baptist youth programs. He is also a proud member of Awanas, where he learns about faith and kindness. He loves riding in his toy Mercedes, playing soccer, learning about the solar system, and making new friends. Isaac says his hero is Jesus because he's perfect and I'm still learning. He loves helping others, so he recently completed the Sisters Enterprise CPR class because he desired to have the skills needed to help someone in an emergency. Based on her observation, his mom confessed that at his young age, Isaac believes we should always help people who are hurting or hungry.
I am Sir Isaac Joseph James Dixon. I am the son of Dr. Apostle Sinice Dixon. I am in 1st grade. My favorite scripture is, "Oh Lord my God, I cried for you for help, and you had healed me." Psalms 30 verse 2. I thank you for your award.
you're down out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you, guiding your way, helping you through. When shadows and gloom are all that you see, we'll find a place where we can be free. From the mountain top down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun shining in the darkest valley. Can't you see you will be free? I have been far, I have been wide, searching for peace, somewhere to hide. Now I am free, open and pure, fearless and babe. I am secure. There is no dark that can't be lit. We'll find a way if we just commit. We are one. There is no them and us. Together we're strong. Together we're free. From the mountain top down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun shining in the darkest valley. Can't you see you will be free? Can't you see you will be free? You will be free.
Emergency RV has donated over 100 RVs to individuals or families across the U.S. After frequent donations to people in need of a new temporary or permanent home, Woody was recognized as a hero by CNN and other local and national media. Woody says, "Since most of our donated RVs are new, not used, most owners choose to donate when they realize that their vehicle is just taking up space and costing them money for storage. After discovering the emergency RV can give them the full appraised value as a tax deduction, it's typically a no-brainer that results in happier winners on both sides. Based on availability, emergency RV is sometimes able to help regular families, single parents, people with medical issues, and senior citizens as well. This charity work has made Woody Faircloth realize that the problems in his personal life are nothing compared to the sudden homelessness that these men and women must face with no resources to help them. The ongoing work that Emergency RV does to change lives, one family and one RV at a time, truly changes your perspective on why all of us must engage in random acts of kindness. By contacting Emergency RV, the public can learn about the various ways they can help this charity provide a valuable service to America's down and out. Sisters Enterprise extends a mighty shout out of appreciation to this wonderful nonprofit that is continuing to fulfill emergency service for our desperate down and out Americans.
I think everybody who houses burned down, they deserve
Imagine growing up in a world of learning what it's like to serve others. Meet Luna. Since 2018, Luna and her father, Woody, have been a beacon of hope for families left homeless by natural disasters. Together, they've donated hundreds of RVs, turning heartbreak into healing one family at a time. Now, in their latest documentary, follow their inspiring journey as they travel to North Carolina in the wake of Hurricane Helene, bringing not just shelter, but comfort, dignity, and the promise of a fresh start. Imagine losing everything, and then someone shows up with the keys to your new home. Join Woody and Luna in this powerful story of resilience, compassion, and community.
You know, I realized that those, that God got involved, and I just said, all right, you're driving, let's go. And so since then, we've delivered 48 RVs.
Luna, what do you do when your dad starts crying?
I say, suck it up, man.
He's so tired because we have 2 flats. Hopefully we can fix it.
Well, I already lived that way on the way this way. So now we go this way.
We're talking.
What makes you most proud?
That I've made a really big change in the world for a lot of people.
Do you want people to see this and decide, children and adults, that they can do the same thing?
Yes.
What can we all do to help make that happen?
Just be nicer to each other.
I love you. Let's do this. Okay, it's the weekend, so Luna and I are in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we came to pick up. Whoa.
This morning, we share a story of a father and his young daughter who teamed up to provide temporary shelter for those who have lost everything.
Woody Faircloth and his 9-year-old daughter Luna are getting used to life on the road.
Look at how beautiful this is. It really is pretty. And this is my daughter. What's your name?
Luna.
This is Luna.
I love RV trips. Like, they're honestly the funnest thing because, first of all, you're in an RV, and RVs are fun to be in. Second of all, you're doing it for a cause. Third of all,
What's the cause?
emergencyrv.org.
Why do we do that?
So, like, we give RVs to people who, like, lose their homes in natural disasters. And so we usually try to help, like, veterans and, like, firefighters and, like, volunteers and stuff. Because, like, they do everything for us.
Okay, Emergency RV playing Santa Claus today at the Statesville RV Park. Got a couple of solid elves here delivering gifts. That's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, but the smell's so bad.
Yeah, those are the cows.
Plus, I saw a dead cat on the road. You're doing a really good job driving, Dad.
Thanks, Luna. How pretty is it here?
So pretty. I looked up like a million pictures on my phone.
Amazing?
Yeah.
It's Arizona.
And Luna, I want to finish up with you real quick and just ask you, from your perspective, you've seen the worst that Mother Nature can do, but you've also seen the best in people after storms and people coming together. What are words of hope and encouragement that that you've seen on the ground following what's happened in Texas?
Well, especially with our veterans and firefighters that we help, they just, no matter what happens, they keep pushing and they just want to support other people. So I think it's just like really great that everyone starts to build more of a community. The more you realize that we're all a family, we're all human, and when we're struggling, we all need help from each other.
Your words ring so deeply, Luna. I just want to take that poll quote and save it because so many people need to hear that, to support one another in your community, especially after a time like this, is that ray of hope that so many need.
Fatima Kies was born and raised in Colorado. Her mother taught her that giving back is not a conditional on having abundance, it's a way of life. Despite their struggles, she learned the importance of gratitude. She's a community auntie to many kids and has a miniature pinscher named Diesel who helps her give out puppy love. She likes morning walks with her neighbor, drive-in movies, traveling, and picnics with her partner, Cameron Mason, and of course, Diesel. Fatima is a social work consultant, facilitator, founder, and chief catalyst for Empowered Connections, LLC. Empowered Connections is a grassroots consulting and capacity building business supporting individuals and organizations serving marginalized communities. Their mission is to strengthen and uplift service providers so they can, in turn, better support the people they serve. She also runs a no-cost donation-based mutual aid effort called We Are Community, personally funding a storage unit filled with essential items like clothing, food, and hygiene products to meet immediate needs with dignity and transparency, and serves on several boards with Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment, Colorado's Medicaid Financing Department, and advisory boards like Colorado Partnership for Thriving Families, Community Advisory Board, and chair of CAD. Fatima has a mentor, Yvette De Silva, since she was 14 years old through the Colorado Youth at Risk. She learned both actions and guidance, that it's possible to do it all if you work hard, stay grounded, and believe in yourself, which has shaped so much of who she is today. Fatima says, random acts of kindness are important because small gestures can create big ripples of hope and connection. By showing kindness, we build support systems for those who have none.
Hello, my name is Fatima Kies. First and foremost, I would like to thank Sister Enterprise for this honor. It's moments like today that remind us that we aren't alone, so thank you. I will be transparent. I'm a little camera shy, so I have wrote my notes to honor everyone's time. And again, thank you all for today. There were many times growing up that I felt alone, whether that was going to college, living in my car, or explaining every semester to the students working the financial aid department my family situation, especially in a state that didn't have legal emancipation. It was at 18, navigating the stresses of survival while trying to break glass ceilings, that I was diagnosed with my first autoimmune disease. Navigating the healthcare system was worse than any system I ever navigated before, including the judicial system. Learning how to navigate a world that wasn't designed for me is what inspired me to help others find their power and learn how to advocate for themselves. I always say my lived experience is what ties me to the human experience. Your grief is my grief. Your pain is my pain. You lost your sister to fentanyl? Me too. You've experienced gun violence? I get it. I had to save my mom's life. So I understand trauma. I'm there with you. I'm still recovering from being hit by a car while walking home from work. My life is my story to share, to remind others that they aren't alone. And with that, I encourage you to remind someone that they too aren't alone. Even when we have nothing, we have something. I'd be lying if I said I have it all figured out. But it is through the collective human experience that I am reminded that the point of life isn't to have it all figured out. It's to love, empower, and remind others that together we will always have hope. So, how can you bring unity in community? Well, I like to offer a tiered way of giving back. Let's be real. Time and money are two things that most of us don't have enough of. So, here are a couple random acts of kindness I offer you today. Smile and greet one of our neighbors on the streets. We all crave human affection. And some folks don't even have any human interaction in their day. Leave a bag of clothes outside your door. I'd be happy to come pick it up. I'll even drive as far as Greeley. Come spend a couple hours sorting our community storage or making sack lunches. And come and join us on outreach. There's nothing more powerful than reminding our loved ones on the street that you don't have to be from an agency to show up and give back, that your neighbors see you and care about your hopes and dreams. We are so much better together. Never forget your power. Thank you.
Cleo Parker Robinson, artistic director and dancer, was born on July 17, 1948, in Denver, Colorado. She almost died at age of 10 when her kidneys shut down and a segregated Dallas hospital did not admit her quickly enough to prevent heart failure. A doctor told her she would be bedridden for her entire life, but Robinson refused to believe that. Instead, she threw herself into dancing in order to overcome the pain and racism she faced. Today, she is the executive artistic director and choreographer of the Cleo Parker Robinson Dance Ensemble. Robinson began teaching dance at the University of Colorado at the age of 15. She graduated from Colorado Women's College, now Denver University, focusing on dance, education, and psychology. She studied with legendary dancer Katherine Dunham, then founded her own company in 1970 to foster appreciation, access, and development of new audiences for dance. She attempts to show the rich heritage and ancestral gifts on which this predominantly African-American ensemble draws. Robinson firmly believes in the healing power of art and that dance is a universal language. Robinson has collaborated on many projects such as Ida and Carmen, and commissions with Maya Angelou. She worked with conductor Marin Alsop of the Colorado Symphony Orchestra and has done choreography fellowships from the Colorado Council on the Arts, the National Endowment of the Arts, and the Lilla Wallace Foundation. She is first vice president of the International Association of Blacks in Dance and is a Denver Center for the Performing Arts board member. Ms. Parker Robinson's awards and honors include the Colorado Governor's Award for Excellence, Denver Mayor's Award, the Colorado Women's Hall of Fame, and the Blacks in Colorado Hall of Fame.
Warmest greetings. I'm Cleo Parker Robinson, founder and artistic director of Cleo Parker Robinson Dance, now celebrating our 55th anniversary season. We're based right here in Denver's historic Five Points community. The 100-year-old Shorter building has been our home for many, many years, and now we're about to bring our greatest dream into reality with the grand opening of our expanded facility, the Cleo Parker Robinson Dance Healing Center for the Arts. I'm deeply honored to be declared a RAKtivist and to receive this Random Act of Kindness Community Award. Our organization has always been based in the belief that service to community is our highest calling, and that the arts are intended to uplift everyone, not just a few. Throughout our history, we have welcomed all people into our home, all races and cultures and all levels of ability, from the children to the elders. I've often said that dance is just life out loud. We've seen many random acts of kindness here in our theater, in what we call the Cleo Village. Our dancers sometimes encourage one another if they're struggling with a piece of choreography, as simple as an act of bringing them to water, or helping them massage an injury, or someone bringing food to a rehearsal to feed the cast, or someone donating the dance attire for families who just can't afford it, someone underwriting classes for underserved students and scholarships, someone opening their home to host a visiting artist, or making late night or early morning airport runs to pick up our artists, or working backstage on costumes and sets and props. Artists have always depended upon one another for kindness and for support, and we strive to set an example within our community. And we thank you, and I thank you for this wonderful award.
Rock Canyon High School, located in Southeast Highlands Ranch, Colorado, is the largest of 16 high schools in the Douglas County School District. Founded in 2003, this five-star school operates under the excellent principalship of Andy Abner. Rock Canyon currently serves 2,328 students in grades 9 through 12, with a graduation rate of 98%. Rock Canyon is known for its strong academic programs and a variety of extracurricular activities. Based on the Douglas County School District's commitment to encourage all of its students to put others first, Rock Canyon's mission to empower, employ, encourage, and excel in education has had a strong effect in the hearts and minds of their staff and student body. As a result, all Douglas County students are required to complete 20 hours of community service before graduation. Due to this school's commitment to excellence, English teacher Kate Kubina's senior studies class has become a very popular one that attracts a maximum of 45 students each semester, offering Rock Canyon seniors a very unique perspective on empathy. The biggest takeaway from her class is promoting the importance of community involvement and getting out of our own comfort zones. Coloradans can feel good knowing that thoughtful young people like the Rock Canyon Jaguars are positively impacting communities throughout our state by volunteering at food banks, Children's Hospital, working with the elderly, helping serve the homeless, having Christmas parties for seniors, working with elementary schools, and more. Because Principal Abner's selfless students and staff are making a profound difference by connecting friends and neighbors, Sisters Enterprise is pleased to salute some of the Highlands Ranch finest role models and Raktivists.
Go. Hi, I'm Andy Abner, very proud principal at Rock Canyon High School right here in Highlands Ranch, Colorado.
And I'm Kate Kabina, very proud English teacher here at Rock Canyon High School.
We would like to thank the Sisters Enterprise for selecting Rock Canyon High School as one of the 2025 Random Act of Kindness Community Award-winning schools. Thank you guys so much for selecting us. Rock Canyon High School is a phenomenal community that serves nearly 2,400 students in grades 9 through 12. We have over a 99% graduation rate, but that's not what makes Rock Canyon so special. What makes Rock Canyon so special are the individuals in this school, the students each and every day who show their kindness, whether it be in the hallway with their peers or out in our community. And speaking of out in our community, one of the fantastic ways that our students show their kindness and compassion in our community is through our senior studies class that Ms. Kabina runs.
Senior Studies gives seniors a chance to volunteer in their community. They do 50 hours of service each semester, which totals 100 per their entire senior year. And we partner with communities like A Little Help, Help and Hope, Children's Hospital, elementary schools, various pantries, but they're involved throughout their day throughout organizations all over Denver.
I'd like to thank Ms. Kabina for running an incredible program at Rock Canyon High School that gives all of our students who take her course such a wonderful opportunity to be leaders out in our community and to truly make a difference. And it is true what they say, one person can truly make a difference. And this person right here is making a difference across the lives of her students who are making a difference out in our community. So once again, thank you to Sisters Enterprise for this award. We're so honored to win it.
Thank you.
Chantel Shoei is proud to call Colorado home. A lifelong adventurer and advocate, she's the founder of Camp ACA, Always Choose Adventures, the nation's first off-grid outdoor educational campground dedicated to breaking barriers to the outdoors for people of all backgrounds and abilities. Chantel lives with over 40 chronic illnesses and yet continues to serve others with unmatched energy and empathy. Her hobbies include hiking with supplemental oxygen, caring for rescue animals, and mentoring youth. She has no siblings but calls her volunteers and campers her extended family. Inspired by her hero, Jim Bishop of Bishop's Castle, Chantel lives by the quote, "Do what you can with what you have where you are." She maintains a positive attitude through gratitude, nature, and community. Her motivation? I remember what it felt like to have no help, so I built a place where no one else ever has to feel the same way again. Chantel's latest random act of kindness is simply offering free camping and mental health counseling to those battling depression, grief, and isolation through her ZAC PAC program, named in memory of a contractor she lost to suicide. Chantel believes that kindness is a ripple. One ride share, one meal offered, one door held, it all pays forward.
I'm Chantel Shoei. I am founder and executive director of a local nonprofit here in Colorado named Always Choose Adventures. We help people of all ages and all abilities access the outdoors. I've been running this nonprofit for almost 10 years. We are donation-based and sponsorship-based. But overall, I've kind of sacrificed everything I have. I sold my home, my townhouse, my 401k, my pension, and 2 home equity loans before I ended up selling my townhouse. We now have Camp Always Choose Adventures. It is actually located in Idaho Springs and Central City. And we have 5 acres that I purchased with my own money for us to have our campground. So our campground is a one-of-a-kind campground. We have gear up here. You can show up completely empty-handed and don't need anything to get outdoors. I can teach you, and my team can teach you how to camp and hike and do everything and take all the barriers away from camping and hiking and get you outdoors without that fear and anxiety. Unfortunately, we're kind of paused right now. The cabin on this property has been here for 25 years and it has extreme black mold, making me very, very sick. So I'm just trying to kind of get situated before winter, and we did a renovation on the cabin and it didn't work, and there's still a lot of black mold in here. So a little bit about me. Thank you for the consideration for the award. I don't know how you guys found me and what I do, but I grew up as a chronically ill child, and I want everybody to get outdoors because I found it too late in life, and I want people to get out. So thank you again for the consideration. I really appreciate it.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be. And so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I lived as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. That's that special place that you've been dreaming of. Lead you to a lonely place. Find your strength in love.
Miss Elaine Victoria Barriteau, born January 20, 1921, is the youngest of 4 daughters born to Henry and Alpha Estwick in Harlem, New York. Elaine has lived a very full life filled with family and friends. In her teenage years, she was a debutante who loved attending balls and dances. She was also an accomplished seamstress, making many of her dresses and gowns that she and her friends wore to their special events. As a young woman, Elaine grew up during an exciting time called the Harlem Renaissance period, dancing in places like the Savoy, Lenox Lounge, the Renaissance Casino and Ballroom. She maintained her friendships with famous neighborhood girlfriends like Diane Carroll and Della Reese. When the jazz era was big in Harlem, she got to dance to the music of some of America's greats like Louis Armstrong, Cab Calloway, Billy Eckstine, Duke Ellington, Lena Horne, Ella Fitzgerald, and many more in places like the Cotton Club and the Apollo Theater. This smart and charming Elaine was excited to finally meet her future husband, Stanley Barriteau, whom she married in June 19, 1944. They were blessed to enjoy 59 years of marital bliss. Since the world was very, very busy with the World War II in full swing, her officer and gentleman Stanley went off to war in Europe, and Elaine accepted a secretary position at Harlem Hospital. In 1964, she joined the ranks of working mothers when she and Stanley adopted their only daughter, Patricia. Elaine worked as an administrative assistant at Hunter College for many years, and in 1974, Elaine and Sergeant Stanley left Harlem and relocated to Rosedale, Queens, due to Harlem's heroin epidemic. The telling of Elaine's life would not be complete without sharing that 2 of her 3 sisters were disabled. During this time in our country, children with serious learning disabilities were either institutionalized or kept at home with the family. From the time her parents passed, Elaine served as caregiver to her 2 sisters, even after she was married. Serving as a testament to both Elaine and her husband, they strongly endorsed family values. With longevity in her family bloodline, Elaine's oldest sister, Doris, was blessed to live to the age of 101. Smart and curious Elaine surprised her family when she pursued her quest for more education by taking pretology, classes in order to study rocks, and mastering the art of Tai Chi that she practiced well into her 90s. Also in her 90s, she amazingly climbed the steps of the Great Wall of China. Born with a green thumb, Elaine served as president of the Garden Club at Laurelton, New York, and maintained her membership for over 40 years. In addition to her affiliation with many other organizations, this smart and forward-thinking African-American was also very active in the Veterans of Foreign Wars, a nonprofit veterans service organization. And for most of Elaine's life, she has happily sang in the church choir. Blessed to be a breast cancer survivor twice, Lady Elaine was honored to lead the models in the October 2025 Breast Cancer Awareness Fashion Show Luncheon as a distinguished elder at her Rising Star Missionary Baptist Church. In 2021, Elaine returned to Colorado to be closer with her daughter, grandchildren, and other family members, and currently enjoys the beautiful Rocky Mountain climate while fraternizing with diverse Coloradans from all walks of life. Elaine is amazing in so many ways. At age 104, this happy and healthy senior socialite enjoys being in the midst of happy, fun-loving people whom she's been blessed to meet. If there's music or live band in the vicinity, Elaine has been known to park her walker and take over the dance floor. As the grandmother of 3 and great-grandmother of 8, this blessed and highly favored woman of God is happiest when she is surrounded by lots of happy people. Since she is rarely sitting idle, Elaine absolutely loves staying busy and being the center of attention. Centenarian Elaine shared that she believes in doing the following daily: pray, taking 1 Centrum Silver vitamin for 50-plus women, 1 tablespoon of wheat germ oil, and finally 1 shot of port wine daily. By the way, this eager beaver has never smoked. Because kindness begets kindness, Elaine tries not to stress by maintaining a give it to God attitude and embraces Matthew 7:11 and Luke 6:11 scriptures, which tells us that we should be kind to one another by treating others as we want to be treated. Her advice to those who desire to live to 100 years or older is pray and exercise regularly. Eat right and try to live a good life while doing everything in moderation. Centenarian Elaine's favorite food? Sardines with ketchup on wheat bread.
What are you doing? Recording. Recording my interview with the centenarian. So I'm going to ask you now for the camera to tell us your name. You can look at the camera.
My name is Elaine Barriteau.
And when were you born?
I was born in 1921.
Where were you born?
Oh, where was I born? In New York City.
Do you remember what part of New York?
Harlem.
There you go. And what was your husband's name? What was your husband's name?
Stanley Barriteau.
And was your husband in the service, in the military?
Yes, indeed.
Do you remember?
He served in the military.
Do you remember what war he was in? He was in World War II.
World War II. He was a sergeant.
Do you know what branch of service he was in? Was he in the Army?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Right. He was overseas in Europe.
Okay. And during that time, what were you, do you remember what you were doing during that time?
Oh, I can't remember. Well, oh goodness.
Were you at Harlem Hospital during that time?
Yes. No, I was, oh goodness.
No, that's okay.
You returned.
That's okay. Growing up, did you have any sisters and brothers?
That was it. Oh, I don't remember.
That's okay. We can move on.
Huh?
I said we can move on. Did you have any sisters and brothers growing up?
Yes, I had 3 sisters.
And what were their names?
And Doris, Eunice, and Eileen.
There you go. And what do you remember about growing up in Harlem?
Oh, it was good. anniversary had playgrounds and units that we attended. And we had good schools.
And you had your circle of friends, Aunt Marion and Aunt Lucille and Aunt Muriel. You all had your little group. Do you remember that? Do you remember the group of girls you had that you used to hang out with? Aunt Marion, Aunt Muriel?
Yes, right. Yes, my friends were Aunt Muriel, Loretta.
Do you remember that you used to sew for them? You remember the dresses that you used to make?
Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot all about that. I used to make all of the costume dresses for all of the members of the
TRDs. The TRDs.
The terrorist realistic Debs. Right.
And after you left Harlem, do you remember where you went? When you moved out,
out
of
went
the
out
city?
to Long Island. St. Albans.
Rosedale.
Yes.
And do you remember what you did out there? The one thing you did the most was the garden club. Do you remember that? The garden club of Laurelton? Do you remember the garden club of Laurelton?
Oh, yes, right. We had members would help different areas with gardening, and we kept it lovely. Our work was very helpful in creating little gardens throughout the neighborhood.
For the beautification of Laurelton. For the beautification of Laurelton.
Right.
If you could give advice to young people today, if you could give some advice to the young people today, what would you tell them?
I will tell them to get their education, and by that you would enter into the work system and be able to support the area. I don't know.
What advice would you give people that want to live to be 100? How do you get to be 100?
Oh, you get to be 100, you exercise, do some exercise. That's very important. You sit all day and you talk but then you do your exercise. It keeps you in good shape.
What about eating habits? What about eating habits?
Eating habits. You should give yourself good eating habits. Have your breakfast and have lunch and supper, and they should be well
balanced meals.
Yes, and after eating, good meal, you should also exercise. I exercise to the point that I have my 5-pound weight, which I exercise with, and it helps to keep my body in good shape.
And we all know you also still love to dance.
Huh?
We all know you still love to dance.
Oh, dance. Oh, yes. Right. It was always nice to go to our dance floor and have wonderful days. Those days so nice.
Do you remember practicing Tai Chi through the years?
Oh, Tai Chi. Oh, I've forgotten it.
But you did it for years.
Yes. Tai Chi exercise, right. And it's kept me in good condition.
There you go.
Right.
Anything else you want to say? How did you feel when Obama became president?
Oh, I was so happy to see that we got him elected.
That was a proud. That was a proud moment.
Hard.
Yes.
To see. And we're grateful for all the work he did for us.
Okay. Well, this has been a little chat with Elaine Barriteau. I thank you.
I'm very happy to come up and let you all know that I am 104 years old by living good, eating good, exercising good, being involved with your community. All those things help to give you a good life.
My final question. How important has prayer been in your life?
Your life, very, very good. You have that, you say your prayers, and that thing that you take good care and give thanks for all that you have received in your lifetime from all the people that touched my life. I thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Our U.S. centenarian population is projected to quadruple over the next 30 years. Anti-aging drinks include green tea, pomegranate juice, and water, which are rich in antioxidants and hydration. Other beneficial drinks are beetroot juice, which boosts collagen and contains folate, and beverages with ingredients like turmeric, which has anti-inflammatory properties, and aloe vera, which supports skin elasticity. According to a University of Michigan study, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich adds approximately 33 minutes to your life. Exercise helps you live longer by reducing the risk of early death and chronic diseases. Heart disease is the top cause of death for senior citizens in 94% of states. The top causes of death for centenarians are frailty or old age, pneumonia, and cardiovascular diseases like heart disease. The odds of living to 100 vary significantly by gender and birth year, but in the United States, about 1 in 5,000 people is currently a centenarian, and a newborn's chance is roughly 1 in 3 for a girl and 1 in 4 for a boy.
Kind and caring friends, family, and colleagues in Kansas City, Missouri, and Colorado. Exceptional random act of kindness experiences as both a giver and a receiver, and of course, mentorship by her big sister, Betty Reynolds Funderburk. As her ability to boldly stand up and speak out on behalf of the needy and underprivileged. As co-founder of Sisters Enterprise and two-time author and, of course, reader of a multiplicity of good books, Eleanor continues to instill hope, self-confidence, and determination to all who choose to share her space. Serving as a powerful, compassionate friend and sometimes stranger, this foot soldier is proud to make a positive difference in our world, one person at a time. Eleanor earned her Bachelor's of Science degree from the University of Missouri and a master's degree from Central Michigan University, majoring in the business administration field. Eleanor and her big sister Betty are distinguished Toastmasters and co-founders of the Absolutely Articulate Toastmasters Club 1272692. She is an experienced communicator with about 25 years in the Toastmasters International organization, based on her mission to do the right thing. Eleanor proudly carries the name of her late mother, who taught her, always lift as she climbs.
First, I give honor to Father God, who is the source of my strength and reason for my existence, for making our 21st annual Random Acts of Kindness celebration possible. Once again, I'd like to offer a warm shout out to all of our family, friends, and generous supporters for joining our Sisters Enterprise family, including board members David Bounds, Deanna Bravo, Shauna Carter, 104-year-old Willie Mae Brown, founder Betty Funderburk, Sergeant-at-Arms Wilma Jones, myself, President Eleanor Reynolds, Sheila Robinson, Vice President Carl Thornton, and Treasurer Sabrina Wright Hobart. What an absolute pleasure it is to once again salute our amazing 2025 Raktivists. Drew Alberg, Dr. Jasper Armstrong, Nikki Brooker, Tracy Bromette, Sir Isaac Joseph James Dixon, Woody Faircloth, Fatima Kias, Cleo Parker Robinson, Principal Andy Abner, English teacher Kate Kubina, and others at Rock Canyon High School, and Chantel Shoei, and of course, keynote speaker, Mr. Les Franklin, who serve as living, breathing, kind, caring, compassionate role models by letting their light shine across our beautiful state, known for housing some of the smartest and kindest people, by simply doing what they do every day that contributes to making Colorado a kind and caring, safe and happy state, filled with people just like you, who, for no particular reason, except to put a smile of joy on the faces of those who may be stressing, hurting, or crying, and need a gentle hug, word of encouragement, assuring them that it's going to be all right, in spite of it all. and most importantly, confirms that today somebody cares how you feel. Of course, I am more than impressed that all of our activists from 2005 to 2025 repeatedly do this humanitarian, pay-it-forward work many times without expecting compensation in return. For people like me, it doesn't feel like work. It's just another day doing what I'm supposed to help others. Wow. From the bottom of our hearts, the Sisters Enterprise Board and I say, God bless you for reaching out to help others in distress at such a time as this, when we are sadly hearing more cases when hurting people, sometimes in desperation themselves, are hurting others. Today, I implore you by any means necessary to make an intentional effort to continue putting kindness in action by staying motivated and never forgetting to encourage yourself by being kinder than necessary, because I've learned that one person can make a difference. It goes without saying that we extend extra special kudos to kind and smart volunteer gurus like entrepreneur, technical engineer Brian Swanson, project director Sabrina Wright Hobart, and music artist Dr. Michelle Maras for stepping up to offer help when it was so badly needed. Thank you, guys. And last but not least, we'd like to give a special shout out to 104-year-old centenarian and board member Willie Mae Brown for sending out a challenge to other senior citizens to support our Sisters Enterprise Random Act of Kindness programs and services that now extend beyond Colorado to places like Texas that recently experienced an unpredictable flooding, in California, when 31 to 440 people died, 18,000 homes were destroyed, and 57,529 acres were burned. In addition to recruiting youth to become published ISBN authors of their own book, Sisters is also happy to report that to date, we have successfully offered CPR training to over 100 Good Samaritans throughout Colorado. Finally, to all of our trailblazers, racktivists, and wannabe Good Samaritans, in the words of well-respected motivational speaker, son of Mamie Brown, Les Brown said, "We fall, we rise, we make mistakes, we learn, we get hurt, we bounce back. We're not perfect, we're human. We have confidence, we have faith. We will continue putting one foot in front of the other. We will persist despite what has happened." And that, my friend, is what strong people do. Albert Einstein once said, "The world is too dangerous to live in, not because of the people who do wrong, but because of the people who sit back and let it happen." God bless all of you.
Scuffling, I've been up that lonesome road, and I've seen lots of suns going down. Oh, but trust me, no, life is gonna run me all around. So let me tell you something, sister. Remember your name, no twister, gonna steal your stuff away, my sister. We sure ain't got a whole lot of time. So shake your shimmy, sister, 'cause honey, this shag is feeling fine.
Wright Hobart, the treasurer for Sisters Enterprise. And we wanted to take a moment to thank all of our in-kind and financial sponsors. They are AALI, African American Leadership Institute, Agape Care Community, Allies LLC and Mary Duvall, Dr. Denise Andert, Assist This Inc., Indiana Bravo, Marcella Barnett, Brown's Fashion Store and Priscilla Brown, Willie Mae Brown, Brownstone Business Strategies LLC and Annette Hunter, Kyle Carpenter, Colorado Butillion Cotillion and Charlotte Carter, Dr. Zelda Dubois, Denim and Pearls podcast with Dr. Michelle Mraz and Brian Swanson, Different by Design and CJ Smith, The Edu Center and Dr. Annette Sills Brown, Empire Beauty School, Farmers